Alrighty, well, good afternoon, everybody. I've been very busy, and as you can see, our money hasn't really went up very much since the last episode on the landscaping series. But here we are back in here, and look, Farming Simulator VR out now. So they must be advertising the Farming Sim VR. So there is a new project that we're going to be working on today in this series, and there's a new Dollar General coming to town, you guys. And we put in the bid for it. And with how big this property is, I can't really do it with just a little Husqvarna that we have. So if you remember the last episode ago or whatever for the baseball diamond, that Husqvarna zero turn, we're actually going to go and buy one of those. It's like 7-8 grand, but we also got to think about some new property. And I put in the bid for this property. I put in a bid for $40,000 and it got accepted. And of course, it's Dollar General, so they're going to accept it because they wanted to get it. They want to get it done. But it's just pretty much an empty lot. They just want us to mow it. The only thing that's out there is just the Dollar General sign. I want to go in here. I'm going to talk to Actual Tractor Center because they said they have a couple of these Husqvarnas in stock, and we will be leaving with a new one hopefully here soon. But if you guys do like this type of content, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell to where you guys don't miss a single video that I upload on the channel. Let me go in here, talk to these guys, and I will see you with a new lawnmower. Alrighty, yep, appreciate it, thank you. Alrighty, so as you guys can see, $5,999 later, and we went ahead and got the new mower. They're actually going to be pulling it around for us, so when they get it around here, I will move the little Husqvarna up to the front of the trailer, and I will put the zero turn on here, and we'll get headed over to the job site. Alrighty, so they got us a lawnmower around here, and as you can see, we went ahead and got the roll cage, or the little roll bar on it. Got some armrests, got an upgraded seat. This cut isn't very wide, I don't think. I think it's actually as wide as the other one. And I didn't check to see if they had a wider deck on it. Well, maybe they actually, they might. What deck do we have on this one? Oh yeah, we have that deck. Alrighty, so let me just go and get this pulled up over here to the trailer, get this unfolded, get the other Husqvarna moved up to the front, and then yeah, we'll get over here to the job site. I gotta fuel the other Husqvarna up just in case we want to use it. Well, we'll get over there and we'll get mowing. Hopefully the rams folded down. They did. So let me just go and unlock these, and then I will see you guys at the job site. Alrighty, so we got everything loaded up and we are ready to go. The Husqvarna fit perfectly on the trailer, and believe it or not, the job site is actually right over here behind us, and so it's not very far. We don't have that big of a drive going on, but I'm glad that we're building up the arsenal for the landscaping company, and we need to try to get like I said, get a little bit more money made to where we can start doing bigger jobs, like gravel and more tree removal jobs and bigger, just bigger in general jobs to be able to do, especially ones for the city. But we also got to think about, making enough money to be able to purchase a building and also a piece of land for us to be able to do all this with. But these guys, I went ahead and talked to these guys over here earlier today, and they said we can go and park right here. They don't plan on leaving at all. And I don't know what this little building is right here, but yeah, let's go and get right into it. Like I said, a pretty big lot, nothing that we shouldn't be able to handle with this new Husqvarna. And I didn't realize that I put a plate on this bad boy. But yeah, let's go and jump down here off, well, not jump, let's go and drive down here off this. We will get to cracking on this here field right here to the right of us, and it looks like there might be a little mechanic shop, and maybe we can actually talk to these guys, about cutting their grass for them, because it looks like their grass is a little overgrown as well. And he might actually, this might be his little mechanic shop here. We might just have to ask him, but let's go and get this one knocked out first. So what I want to do is I'm just going to go and jump you guys straight into a time lapse, and I'll see you guys after we get done with this. Alrighty, so we've been at this for a while now. I haven't really looked at the time or anything like that to see what time it is. Well, until now it's like a little after, I want to say 8 o'clock in the evening, and we are just now about halfway over this. As you can see, the sun is starting to set, so it's getting pretty late, you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and shut off the camera real quick and just focus on getting this grass cut and going to get our money collected from these guys. And then if we have the time, I want to go over there. I'm going to talk to that little white house behind them silos and see if they want me to cut their yard. And it's taking me a little while to get used to this zero turn, even though I've drove one already and I used one at the baseball diamond. But yeah, let me get in here and get this knocked out. I'm just going to shut the camera off. And then as we're finishing up, I will bring you guys back in. And I'm going to go and mow along the fence line back there too when we get done with this big part, where we can go and get that all knocked out of the way. But yeah, let me just go in here and get this done, and I will see you guys when we're collecting our money from the people that own this, and then possibly talking to the guys across the street, see if they need their grass cut tonight as well. Alrighty, so we went ahead and got our money. As you can see, another $40,000 in our bank account, which puts us up to $61,053. And we got done, it didn't take us very long. After I shut the camera off, I was actually further than what I thought I was, but hey, I ain't complaining. I went ahead and talked to this guy right here. He said he does not want us to mow his yard. He said he'll go ahead and do it. And I got to looking at it, while I was talking to him and everything. And his yard isn't very big. It's actually just this little front piece and these two little pieces. And just like back here and along behind the shop. He doesn't own any of this stuff over here, where the grain bins and stuff are. But yeah, it looks like a farmer's got some crop ready over there. So let's go ahead and get the old Husqvarna loaded back up onto the trailer here. I went ahead and talked, and I was talking to this guy, and he said there is a little piece of land that is up for sale, but the unfortunate part is we have enough money to buy said land, but that's a big but. We don't have the money to put a building down. So with that being said, I'm going to have to go back to the bank and talk to them about possibly getting another, so between the land and the building, the land is like $40,000-$50,000, and the building that I want to place down is roughly another 90. I don't want to just have to keep relying on loans, because we are pretty far in debt already. Another good thing is I went ahead and talked to the city, and I got a couple more jobs lined up. The housing addition over there, they want us to go and cut the park yard over there, and I've thought about talking to these guys, whatever this place is this, what is this, Big Moo's Dairy, cutting their stuff in front. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here to the housing addition, and we haven't had to come back down here and cut anybody else's yards. As you can see, it's getting to be September. I might try to cut all these guys a deal, but yeah, these guys' other yards are doing pretty good. I still have yet to get that stump out of here. This park right here, they're going to pay us $2,000 or whatever. But I might have to see if we can't get a little bit more, because there's a lot of stuff that we got to weed eat around and everything like that. But this job isn't until tomorrow, so September 2nd. We'll come here, we'll get this all taken care of for them, get it looking all nice and neat. So yeah, I'm going to go talk to the bank about possibly trying to get a loan to be able to buy that land and to get this building place down. And then I will see you guys either when this job starts or at the new property. Alrighty, so good morning everybody. It is currently 8:03 in the morning on September 2nd, and I just got word that our new property is ready to go, and I'm hoping I'm going the right way. I actually ended up buying the property with a building on it, and I don't think I'm going the right way at all. Take a look here at the map, and no, I'm not going the right way at all. Hopefully I can make this U-turn real quick, and let me just go and look at the map here. So I got to go up here to this triangle and make a right. But yeah, I end up paying roughly $60,000 to $70,000, maybe even $80,000 for this property, and it already came with a pre-built. It already came with the building on it. The fences were ready to go. Like, everything was already on there. I have not yet looked at it. There wasn't even pictures on it. I just happened to get a hold of the people, and they told me about it. And well, I went ahead and bought it because we need a place to store some stuff at, and I'm really hoping it was worth the money that I spent. If not, I guess we'll just have to leave it the way it is and just go from there. It was actually closer to the piece of property that I wanted to buy, but it's right up here off to the left. As you can see, the little white building right there. Not a very bad property at all, but let's just go and wait for the school bus to get around here, and then we will go take a look at it. Okay, not a bad little property at all. Not bad, not bad. Let's just go and jump out and take a look at it. I mean, I'm gonna have to get some gravel and fill in around the edges there, but other than that, you guys, it looks pretty nice. Let's go and open up here. I gotta get some grass out of here too, but not a bad little shop, you know. I mean, we got enough room to be able to park some stuff in and put the trailer here, the mowers and stuff over here or whatever. But yeah, not a bad little shop, not a bad little piece of property. From the way that I'm looking at it, it was a nice little investment, you know, that we made. A lot of trees though. I mean, hey, it is what it is. We have plenty of room to put some other stuff back here, you know, like when we get more trailers and everything, we could put them back here, build this little gravel lot, put all that back here. But yeah, this is the new property, you guys. It matches it. It does good, you know, and granted, we'll have to fix a few things, but we can do that over time. But we went ahead and we talked to the city, like I said yesterday, and we got the other little park that we got to do over there in that housing edition and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over there. I'm going to go and get all the weed eating done around the entire little park area, around all the miscellaneous things, and I will bring you guys back in when I'm finishing up the weed eating and we're about to start the mowing process over there. Alrighty, so we got all the weed eating done around everything. It took me about a little over an hour to do so, and I just went ahead and went around everything real quick. Didn't go around all the walls, I just went around one of them, one on the outside, which is the one over here to the right, and got around the tree here and all the little miscellaneous things, and even outside right here, you know, along the little lights, because we still got to mow all this out here as well. I'm going to drop this here, and I don't want it to go inside the truck. Drop this. Yeah, we'll drive the new Husqvarna again, you know, might as well get some hours put on it and get some use out of it, you know, since we are growing. And I did talk to the city. They're going to give us $3,000 for this, you know, because we had to do a lot on here, you know, we had to sit here and weed eat and everything like that, and $3,000 is a fairly decently good, how can I put it? It's a nice little price. I'll have to come back in here possibly with the weed eater again, unless I can get up close enough to this retaining wall to be able to get all this grass out of here, which I should be able to. I don't see why I wouldn't. Let's go ahead and get down along this wall without trying to hit it and get all this grass out of the way. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back down along this wall and hit it with the weed eater on the inside, especially to where I can get in this little corner right here. So we're just gonna have to just go along the wall as good as possible, get as much grass out of here as possible along the wall, and just do it that way. I went ahead and weed eated around when I came around these sandboxes. I went ahead and done like mostly all the way around them because, well, our lawnmower wouldn't fit back in the corner by the way they put everything in there. And yeah, like I didn't feel like getting this thing stuck. I'm already taking a risk of, you know, when I mow over bushes and everything like that, which it handles it, you know, just fine. I mean, it doesn't really do anything, but I mean, it does do stuff, but how can I put it? We're gonna damage our blades even more if we keep running over stuff like that, and so we need to, if we go to do any more jobs and they have a lot of bushes, we're definitely gonna have to try to get like a brush hog, you know, with a little tractor like that and everything, because I don't want to keep using the Husqvarna zero turn for mowing over bushes and risk damaging these blades when we could get a brush hog, you know, and just do it that way instead of having to use this to, you know, cut over big bushes and everything. But right now we got to use what we have, which is this Husqvarna and the little other Husqvarna. And yeah, as you can see I went ahead and went along this wall. I should have went along every wall on the inside, but I didn't, and I don't know why I didn't do that. But yeah, it took me a little over an hour-ish to be able to do that, you know, just to weed eat all that stuff, and didn't realize how fast time was flying by. It's already 11 a.m., which is crazy. We haven't even hasn't felt like we've been on this job very long, but apparently we have. So yeah, let's just get in here and get this knocked out of the way, and when we get done, before I bring you guys back in, I'll finish all the weed eating off of camera and get all that done. So yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a bit. Alrighty, so they went ahead and gave us our payment of $3,000, and we done a little bit more than what they wanted. We went ahead and went back behind the retaining wall there, and mowed and got all them bushes out of there, which means I'm probably gonna have to replace my deck blades for the mower. But good thing we got another Husqvarna, that we can use and everything like that. But that, guys, business is booming, and we're making some pretty good money. Now all we gotta do is just get a plow for the winter time for the truck, and then we can start really making some money because we do have a contract with the city to be able to go through and plow all this stuff right here, at least the main roads. And now as far as the residents that live here, if they want us to plow their driveways, that is completely up to them. But this park looks completely different. I went through, weed eated along all the walls on the outside after I turned the camera off, and then like all the way around the park, weed eated it and everything like that, mowed all this out here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and strap all this stuff down and get over to the shop, and I will see you guys when we get there. So here we are pulling back up to the new property, and I got to get all this mowed too, so I'll probably just go and mow all that off of camera, get our property looking nice. You can't be a landscape company without having your yard and your stuff looking good and everything like that. I have a pretty good plan of what I'm going to do with up here in front of the building with this little grass patch. Probably put some bushes there and, plant some flowers, maybe even put a flagpole there. Yeah, guys, other than that, this property is looking mighty good. It's clean. I'm just going to go and get it mowed. Probably pull the little Husqvarna off and do that around here because this isn't a very big property. No sense in using a zero turn for it. With that being said, everybody, this is Cole Farms. I hope you guys are enjoying the landscaping series. If you guys are, please leave a comment down below. Make sure you like the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.